People think being a wedding planner is about romance. It isn't. It's about logistics. It's about crisis management. It's about war. My name is Elena. I've been in this business for 15 years. I've handled drunk grooms, missing rings, and even a tornado. I have a reputation in this city. I'm expensive, I'm strict, but I deliver perfection. I also have one golden rule. The vendor team gets paid or the party doesn't happen. Enter Vanessa. Vanessa was a lifestyle influencer with 800,000 Instagram followers and an ego the size of the venue. She came to me 6 months ago wanting the wedding of the century. "I want it to go viral, Elena," she said, staring at her phone instead of me. "I want floating orchids. I want a 5-tier cake suspended from the ceiling. I want fresh lobster flown in from Maine." The total budget came to $250,000. Vanessa's fiancé, Tom, a quiet guy who looked like he was regretting every life choice, wrote the deposit check. I had a bad feeling about Vanessa from day one, but business is business. I didn't know that Vanessa wasn't planning to pay for a wedding. She was planning a robbery. The planning process was hell. Vanessa fired 3 florists because they couldn't find ghost orchids that don't technically exist in nature. She made the seamstress cry because the dress made her look too human. She demanded that the catering staff, who earn minimum wage, sign non-disclosure agreements so they wouldn't steal her vibe. But the biggest red flag was the money. Every payment was a fight. "Can't we get a discount?" she would ask. "I'm going to tag you in my stories. Do you know how much that exposure is worth?" "I can't pay my mortgage with exposure, Vanessa," I told her. "The contract states cash or wire transfer." She would eventually pay, but always late, always with an attitude. Fast forward to the big day. It was at the Grand Historic Hotel, a stunning ballroom. My team had been there since 4 a.m. We transformed the room. Thousands of white roses, crystal chandeliers, a live 12-piece swing band setting up on stage, the smell of truffle risotto wafting from the kitchen. It was perfect. It looked like $1 million. At 4 p.m., 1 hour before the guests were scheduled to arrive, I went to the bridal suite. It was time for the final payment. According to my contract, the final 20%, the release fee, must be paid before the ballroom doors open. That was $50,000. This money covers the staff's overtime, the band's final fee, and my commission. I knocked on the door. "Come in," Vanessa chirped. I walked in. Vanessa looked beautiful in her dress, sipping champagne while her bridesmaids giggled around her. It's a shame her personality didn't match the dress. "Hey, Elena," she said, "is everything ready?" "It is. The room looks spectacular. I just need the final transfer for the $50,000. Once I get the confirmation code, I open the doors." Vanessa laughed, a cold, sharp laugh. She took a sip of champagne and looked at her bridesmaids. "Oh, Elena, you're so funny. We're not paying that." I froze. "Excuse me?" "We're over budget," Vanessa said, shrugging. "Tom spent too much on the honeymoon, so I decided to do you a huge favor instead. I'm going to do a live stream of the reception. I'll shout out your company name 3 times. My analytics say that's worth at least $75,000 in advertising, so really, you owe me." I took a deep breath. "Vanessa," I said calmly, "my vendors don't accept Instagram likes. The band needs to be paid. The caterer needs to be paid. If you don't transfer the money in the next 10 minutes, there is no reception." She stood up and got in my face. "Listen to me," she hissed. "The guests are in the lobby. My parents are downstairs. You are not going to embarrass me. If you don't open those doors, I will go online and destroy you. I will tell the world you stole my money. I will bury your business." She smiled, thinking she had won. "Now, be a good little planner and go serve the shrimp." She thought she had me cornered. She thought I would be too scared of the bad PR to fight back. She forgot that my contract has Clause 14B. Clause 14B is the nuclear option. "Okay, Vanessa," I said, "if that's your final decision." "It is," she smirked. "Understood." I walked out of the room and pulled out my walkie-talkie. "All stations, this is Elena," I said. "Initiate code black. I repeat, code black." Code black means strike everything immediately. You have never seen a team move this fast. My vendors are loyal to me, not the bride. When they heard she wasn't paying, they were insulted. The catering team didn't just stop cooking, they rolled the heated carts right out the back door into the trucks. The lobsters went back on ice. The florists walked table to table, pulling the massive crystal vases and the thousands of white roses. We took the tablecloths, we took the silverware, we even took the chairs. They were rentals. The only thing left in the room was the carpet and the air conditioning. I stood by the service door, holding it open for the last waiter. The room was silent. Empty. I checked my watch. 5 p.m., right on time. The grand double doors opened. Vanessa walked in first, linking arms with Tom. She had a huge, fake smile plastered on her face, ready for the cameras. "Welcome to the party," she shouted. Her voice echoed. She stopped. Her smile dropped. Behind her, 200 guests poured in. Her parents, his parents, all her influencer friends. They all stopped. There was no music, there was no food, there were no chairs to sit on, just a big, empty, dark room. "Where is it?" Vanessa screamed. "Where is my wedding?" She spun around and saw me standing near the exit. She ran over, her face red with rage. "What did you do? Where is everything?" I held up my iPad and showed her the contract highlighted in yellow. "Clause 14B," I said, loud enough for her parents to hear. "Services rendered are contingent on full payment. No pay, no play." I smiled. "Enjoy the exposure, Vanessa." I turned around and walked out. I heard Tom, the groom, start laughing, actually laughing. I think he was relieved. Vanessa had a meltdown on the floor. Her live stream caught the whole thing. It did go viral, just not the way she wanted. She tried to sue me, of course, but my contract is ironclad. The judge dismissed the case in 5 minutes. Actually, business has never been better. Every vendor in the city wants to work with me now because they know that when you work with Elena, you never get stiffed. You get what you pay for, or in this case, what you don't.